There's a lot of people here in this room watching who have a certain perspective on how they're gonna live their life and what is gonna bring the most happiness to them. And I wanna continue to beat a drum of do not underestimate what it feels like to be desperately happy making $103,000 a year, doing something you love, versus being unhappy making $197,000 a year, spending it on things to disguise your unhappiness. What are we doing here? You've won the 400 trillion to 1 lottery of being a human being. Do you really want to live with regret? There's a lot of people here in this room watching who have a certain perspective on how they're gonna live their life and what is gonna bring the most happiness to them. And I want to continue to beat a drum. What are we doing here? You've won the 400 trillion to 1 lottery of being a human being. Do you really want to live with regret? Like, do you not understand that the internet is the greatest optionality in the history of mankind? That our grandparents and everybody behind them had nowhere close to the options you sit with today? And really, like, what are you valuing that's making you conform into doing something that doesn't make you happy? Your current overhead? So sell your home and rent. That sounds crazy. You know, when I started talking about like, hey, in the pursuit of happiness, would you consider selling your home and renting? I mean, I got destroyed in the comments sections and a lot of the play, like that I'm some horrible person. I'm like, how is living your life to pay the bills that you've created for yourself? That's all that humans do are create their own jails and then live within it. That's all we do. So knowing that that's very hard in a human way, the situation you have with your parents, all that stuff, the professional one feels like I have a prayer of communicating that and letting people, and here's my point. If you want to be a professional skier, or if you want to start a blog or podcast around cooking, my big thing is, if you jump and start swimming, you know, this is riding a bike, kissing a boy or girl, or you know, swimming. It seems super scary until you do it, and then you just laugh about why it felt so scary. You decide what that is. Not me, not the game, not your parents, you. You know, which is what gets me into process. Why do I want people to do what they love? Because like, if you're chasing something for affirmation, you're in trouble. I don't want the trophies, I don't want the accolades, I want the game. Like, if you go do that thing and live more humble, live with judgment, you could always get a job again. Like, I don't know, like my great fear is regret. Nobody was thrilled that they played it safe. What are we doing here? You've won the 400 trillion to 1 lottery of being a human being. Do you really want to live with regret? Like, do you not understand that the internet is the greatest optionality in the history of mankind? That our grandparents and everybody behind them had nowhere close to the options you This was 1940s and World War II is like starting to pop off, and you're asking me like, how do you get through this when all the boys in the company just went off to Europe? The answer is, for a lot of people, it doesn't sound like for you, thank God, or for me, but for a lot of people, they're in some scary financial situations right now, and they didn't fucking listen to me about saving and not spending money on dumb shit, and now they're caught. You're thinking in numbers in revenue from pre-roll, in not losing audience, you're fucking up. This is why I've always been the guy, because I'm good at understanding the gray while other people only live in the black and white. One of my favorite people I've come across on the internet in the last 15 years.
What's up, Gary?
What's up, brother? How are you?
How are you, my friend? Crazy times going on right now, my man.
Crazy times, but look, crazy times leads to reconnections with people you adore. I fucking love you, bro, and haven't fucking talked to you in 6 fucking years, it feels like. And
I know.
If it wasn't for Corona, this wouldn't be happening, so I'm super pumped to see your beautiful face. What's good?
I've been making content for 10 years now. And I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary of doing the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing top 10s for the longest time. I feel like I've hit the pinnacle of that. There's
Brother,
no more.
I did Wine Library TV 5 days a week for 5 straight years and realized I was exactly where you are. What happened out of that was I started creating in a different way, and that created Garyvee the businessman, not Garyvee the wine guy. And the first 6 months of Garyvee the businessman, I heard nothing but stay in your lane, wine guy. You don't know anything about business. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I was laughing. I was like, but I built a business before I started Wine Library TV, you know, but you just might be ready, bro.
Where I'm at in my life right now is I'm ready to let go of the top 10s. I know that needs to happen. It's a format that I've done to death, and I've done it well. Where I'm at right now is I'm having a really hard time rediscovering that spark that I had in 2010 that I feel got me to the place I'm at
100%,
now.
100%. But I started doing business videos weirdly on the side. I started dabbling and I found something. I think you need to dabble. I started dabbling. I did, I was doing rap websites. I was doing eBay. I started the business videos. And so I think right now in parallel, I'll give you a good piece of advice. Why don't you start something called Trying New Stuff Tuesday on your main channel? And just literally every fucking Tuesday for the next 6 months, just fucking do anything.
That would make me happy. And I think that's the key right now.
The end. I don't give a fuck that it's going to get way less views. I don't give a fuck that everybody on YouTube's going to be like, Matt, why'd you do this? I'm here for your top 10s. To your point, it doesn't matter. You're gonna burn out and stop it anyway.
That's exactly right. And I feel like the viewership is already down on the top 10s. People can sense that my passion's not in it.
100%. You know what else also brings your passion back to it? Trying New Stuff Tuesday.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it.
I'm so excited. Please email me the first video of whatever you did, playing a piano, trying to cook, racing your neighbor. I
want to do a short film.
Well, that's great. Why don't you then also add to your channel the documenting of making the short film? Because that will build up a ton of hype for when you release it, including if you give up halfway. It'll just be good content. The documenting of making the short film would be so interesting. And
you think that's main channel stuff, or should I put that on social media?
You're overthinking it. I know. You're a professional YouTuber. You're thinking in numbers, in revenue from pre-roll, in not losing audience. You're fucking up. This is why I've always been the guy, because I'm good at understanding the gray while other people only live in the black and white.
Okay, it's time to experiment. I think it's
time to experiment.
And let go of the fear and just freaking do it.
Your gift became your curse. You're trapped.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, brother, I'll keep you updated.
Let me know.
Thank you, Gary. Love you.
That was a good one. That's going to help a lot of people. You're thinking in numbers, in revenue from pre-roll, in not losing audience. You're fucking up. This is why I've always been the guy, because I'm good at understanding the gray while other people only live in the black and white.